Hello everyone, welcome to Minimal Mindful Mama. We are reaching the end of the school year and this is a great time to think about decluttering some of those springtime and school items. As we transition into the summer season, we want to make sure that the things in our homes are being loved and used, and that anything that is either decluttered if it's not something that we'll use again, or could be put away for next spring. The first item for you to consider is any unloved spring or Easter decor. If you still have Easter decorations out, now is a great time to go through those and either declutter ones that you don't anticipate using again next year, or to pack them away for the summer season. The same goes with anything that you may have out for spring. Take stock of what you have and determine if it's something that you truly love and want to display year after year. There may even be items that you didn't put out at all this year, so consider if it's something that you truly love and plan to use again, or if it's something that you can let go and pass on to someone else who will love it and use it in their home. Along the same lines, as you transition to your summer decor, only put out those things which you are excited to see and bring out for the summer season. Decor is meant to bring you joy as you look at it, and so if it's something that doesn't spark joy for you, then consider decluttering it or packing it away and seeing how you feel about it next year. The second thing that you can go through and declutter is seasonal books and toys. If you haven't seen my previous video about how we do our toy rotation and how I organized that for this coming season, you can go ahead and watch that. But even if you don't do a toy rotation, it's possible that you have some toys or some children's books that are more spring specific. So be sure to be intentional about what you do have out as you're bringing in more summery items. You can go ahead and put away some of the items that were more spring oriented. The third thing you can declutter is your tea towels. These tend to accumulate over time, and oftentimes we end up with far more than we actually use. Go through your tea towel collection and see if there are ones that you don't love or never use, and you can even organize these so that you have the summer ones that you plan to use more accessible. It's also a great time to go through your throw blankets and pillows. A lot of us bring out more of these to have that cozy feel in the autumn and winter months, and sometimes keep them out even through the spring for those colder days. But now that we're reaching summer, if you live in an area where it's going to be warm, this is a good time to declutter those and put away the ones that you want to keep but aren't going to be using. The fourth thing that you can declutter is any outgrown rain boots, raincoats, or jackets. Again, as we approach the warmer summer months, we won't be using these items as frequently as we did throughout the spring, and there's no point in storing rain boots or raincoats for next spring if they're not going to fit your children next year. So this is a great time to go through those and to declutter them now so that you don't have to store items that are going to be too small the next time that you need to use them. This can also help you make a list of things that you may need to purchase for your children for next spring. Number 5 is any cleaning supplies that you don't use. Sometimes we purchase these items or are gifted them and we try them out and that they just don't happen to be our preferred cleaning supply, or we don't feel that they worked as well as we had hoped. And many of us do a lot of our extra cleaning chores in the spring for spring cleaning. So this is a great time to think through which of those items you haven't chosen to use and to declutter any that you don't think that you'll be using in the near future. And finally, this is a great time as the school year draws to an end to go through your backpacks and school supplies and your school clothes. When school ends, I like to put the backpacks in the wash and then store them away for next school year. I also make sure that all the zippers and everything is in working order and there's no holes or repairs needing to be made. You can go through those school papers that inevitably pile up, especially towards the end of the school year. A lot more comes home. As school supplies are being sent home as well, you can go through those and see what you can save for next year for back to school, what can be used for potentially art projects or crafts over the summer, and what needs to simply be decluttered. Any school clothing that won't be fitting your children or being used in the fall can be passed on. And this is just something that I look forward to decluttering at the end of each school year so that we can put away those school items and then bring out more of our summer things. We have hooks in our entryway that we use for our kids to hang their backpacks, and so it's really helpful when we put those backpacks away because we can then use those for their puddle jumpers or any summer items that would otherwise make it very cluttered and hard to actually use on a day-to-day basis. And since we won't be using those school items for several months, it's helpful for me to pack them away to bring them out again for the start of the new school year. Let me know down below in the comments what you're going to be decluttering as we near the end of spring and the beginning of the summer season. I'd love to be able to add some things to this list as I'm going through it in my own home as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below so that you won't miss out on any decluttering or minimalist motherhood videos in the future. Thanks so much for watching, happy decluttering, and I'll see you in the next video.